So here we are, the humble beginnings of 100% Hosidius Favor. You have no other options than pushing this stupid plow. It's the only option. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push the plow, and we're gonna do that until we get enough for saltpeter, which is 5%, I believe. So we can start doing the fertilizer. So once we get 5%, I'm gonna go buy a bunch of compost. And we're going to turn it into a bunch of fertilizer. Oh, and there we are. We just got 5% Hosidius Favor. I am done pushing this stupid plow around. And it's time to get buying lots and lots and lots of compost. So we're gonna head over to Catherby. Catherby is the place to be if we want to get ourselves some compost. I don't have any compost right now because I think as most of you guys know, I do my farm runs on lunars. So in terms of compost, I've got super compost, and that is it. Okay, so I did the math on the amount that you need to get, and it's exactly 1900 fertilizer to get to 100% Hosidius Favor. I've talked to someone who did this all the way to 100%, and he said, yeah, it's pretty fast. Of course, I mean, he had the GE, so our fast is relative, but I think this seems a little, I don't know, it's a little more straightforward than doing the whole mess hall shenanigans, which it's not really clear how many points the mess hall stuff is worth. So it's probably going to take me about an hour to mine all the saltpeter, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to buy 1900 compost. Probably, if I had to estimate it, I've switched to the lunar spellbook so I can teleport to Catherby a little bit quicker, and the Slayer ring here. It took me maybe like 5 minutes to unload 250 compost here, and it takes probably about 2 minutes to load this, so it's gonna be pretty fast to get to bank 2000 compost. I think about 10 trips, so maybe like an hour to buy all the compost and unload it. Yeah, it's tedious, but you know, this is what we get to work with. It's not going to cost me that much money, and we only have to do it once. Because of the Architectural Alliance mini quest, that means we only have to get 100% favor once, so at least I never have to go through this again. I don't know why Jagex thought it was a good idea to make favor like temporary. Maybe they were thinking, it'll force players to trade for important things, and they'll have to decide which house they want to go with. But no, really, it's just a badly thought out game concept, I believe. But hey, they listen to player feedback, and it's been changed for the better. So that is something to be happy about. But anyways, yeah, I'll get back to you guys when I've got 1900 compost in my bank, and then we'll go from there. Boom. There we go. I'm just going to drop these two. I don't want them. Get out of here. So, we need to go now mine 1900 saltpeter. Well, I say mine. I think you use a spade, actually. So yeah, we need 1900 saltpeter, and we'll get that knocked out, and then turn it all in at once for a cheeky 95% favor. That'll be a cool little XP drop. So when you mine saltpeter, I say mine. When you dig up saltpeter with a spade, there we go, that's more accurate. There is a chance that you will get double the saltpeter. So it turns out this activity is pretty fast, especially when you get this spot here that is right next to a bank. It is wonderful. Basically, this guy can spawn in any of these locations. This guy is always located next to whichever one of these that you can actually dig from. And it slowly depletes over time as he mines it, and you dig at it, and other players dig at it, I suppose. And it kind of just bounces around between all these locations. I wish there was a, kind of like a quicker way to maybe note these or something, but I can't really complain too much. We only have to do this activity once, and then we're done with it. Yep, there we go, exactly 1900. Bam, on the dot. So yeah, what we're going to start doing is we're going to start withdrawing X, and X is going to be 14. Do 14 of these as well. Combine them together. Oh man, that is a slow process. That is a slow process. I imagine we'll have to do something like this, right? No! It's so slow. That is so slow. I think it's gonna have to be manually clicking it. Yep, that's gonna be the way to do it, I think. And it's terrible because from what I can see, right, we do 14, 14. Right, the problem is I do that one, it makes this one. I can't, you know, like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. This is just gonna be awful. I think I'm gonna do 7, 7, 7, 7. And maybe that will make it a little bit easier, but man, this is looking grim. Let's do 7 and see how this works out. Do it kind of this way. And then we can kind of, you know, like do this in this manner. Yeah, this is looking like it'll work out a little bit quicker this way. And we can make all 14 like that. Yeah, this is gonna be a process. I'll get back to you guys when this is all done, so you don't have to go through the agony with me. All right, so here we are. We're gonna finish the last of the sulfurous fertilizer. It's kind of a long process to make all this stuff, but it was made a little bit easier just chilling on TeamSpeak with the KOA lads. Made it a lot easier. So boom, there we go. 1,900 of those in the bank. Are you the clerk, sir? Oh, you are the clerk. Okay, great. Awesome. You are just the person, well, yes, just the person I'm looking for. So you have 1,900 buckets in the bank. We require 1,900 buckets. Do you wish to donate? Yes. Thank you very much. Boom. There we go. 100% favor all in one go from 5% baby. Look at that. Talk to Hosa to contribute to the statue of Karend. Right, so this guy is for, Hosa is for the Hosidius house, I suppose. And Arcus is the guy we already got before for the Arcase house. So great. That is 2 sets of favor knocked out. So I'm going to go get some sleep and figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay, so I was just catching up with a few of my friends, Guns, Chili, and Chipurka. Went and watched a bunch of the videos and did something I find really boring, which is buying carom bonds. But you know, watching friends do their YouTube stuff is nice, and it makes the grind a little bit easier. So there we are, bought about 1 mil worth of raw carom bonds. Of course, it's not how much they cost, but this is their grand exchange price. They're actually pretty cheap. I think I went in there with about 500k GP and walked out with 470k GP. So they're not really that expensive. They just are very annoying to buy. Since I have above 1750 total, though, I have 3 total level worlds I can hop through. I go from the 1750, 1500, and 1250 worlds, and it's not too bad to buy them. So this is going to help a lot for bossing. I want to get up to probably about 1,000 of these before I start camping Bandos. I'm currently killing Zamorak again, even though there's nothing I really need other than Godsword shards. I mean, I've got the Hosta. I've got the Toxic Staff of the Dead. So there's not really too much I need from there. But I will be completing all drops from the boss eventually. And I would like to get the pet. So killing the boss gives us a chance at getting those things. But it means I have to get more supplies. The supply grind. We still got to do more prayer potions, of course. Always need more prayer potions. More supersets too. Hey, prayer potions. Yeah, so I'm going to keep at this for about an hour. And I'm going to see about how many prayer potions I get. See if it's any faster than Wyverns. So in about an hour, I was using Ice Burst. I used about 2,000 Death Runes. So about 1,000 casts of Ice Burst. We got 170,000 XP. Which is pretty solid. That means we're getting a little over 180k XP an hour. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. And yeah, this is what I ended up with in the loots. We ended up with all these prayer pots. In total, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 4. So 20, nearly 24 4-dose prayer potions in an hour. And I mean, that's similar to what you might expect to get in an hour from Aberrant Spectres or from Wyverns. But the thing is that, like, at Wyverns, you're getting a lot more in the way of supplies. And same with the Aberrant Spectres, you're getting so many herbs. I think overall, it's a lot slower than people were saying. I think the method was actually greatly exaggerated. I was told that you could get a full inventory in like 30 minutes, but it took me double that time to do so. So not really like, oh, this is bullshit, but it's not nearly as good as I was promised. It is, however, a valid method for getting prayer potions if you want to get yourself some magic XP at the same time. Oh, here we are. The day has come. I'm working on my Lovakengj Favor. Yeah, I got 91 Slayer last night. I'm going ahead and getting the Lovakengj Favor because there was a big update to zeah today. They added transport, and it needs the Lovakengj house. So as you can see, if we look around the map here, I know there's one right here. there is a dwarven cart here that will take you around Zeah. And I think there's some destinations like, oh, where are the destinations at? Yep, there's one. And I think one of the destinations is here. And somewhere in the Archaeus house, looks like here. So it makes it a lot easier to kind of get around Zeah, and importantly, it's right there off the docks. I mean, you literally just run down the docks, and I can get around. So it needs quite a bit of favor. You need 65% favor. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get 100%. I might just mine the sulfur for the entire 100%. I mean, it's really slow. It's like 1% favor per inventory. I don't know if there's a different activity I might do. Making the armors might be viable, but this activity, I mean, while slow, it's probably only going to take me 2 hours. Guys, I just got 50% Lovakengj Favor, and I don't think I'm going to mine volcanic sulfur all the way to getting 100% because it was ridiculous how long that took. I mean, obviously, you would want to make dynamite is the best way to do this, and to do that, I would need to go put juniper logs in the charcoal burners down here. And then you wait like 16 hours for it to turn into juniper charcoal, I think is what it's called. And then you get yourself some saltpeter. You can buy pots from this guy here. Toothy sells many pots. And you get some wool and you make yourself some dynamite. That is the way people normally go about it. And I would recommend that everyone else kind of does the same thing there. But there's also an alternate method if you don't feel like waiting 16 hours, like me. Because I'm trying to get out a YouTube video today, you can mine the Lovakite ore, either smelt it or superheat it, and then you can go and smith the Lovakite into various sets of armor. It's 11 bars to make armor sets. So what you do is you pack them up into crates of armor sets. So you need 73 to make the Shazian bodies. So I'm going to boost up to that 73 level 73 smithing, so I can make a full set of tier 3, and you can pack them up and sell them. And I calculated it out. That means I'm going to need about 360 so bars to get the favor needed. I don't remember how much coal do I need for Lovakite smelting. I was just like, it's 2 coal and 1 Lovakite ore, and like I said, you can superheat it. So I'm definitely going to superheat these ores. You can also smith them here at the smelter here. So, I mean, you could run back and forth and do it this way. But yeah, we're going to go over to Lovakite mine, and we're going to start mining over there. All right, so I finished mining all the Lovakite ore I needed to mine. It was about 300 something Lovakite. And now I'm just going to go ahead and superheat them all. And eventually these will all get smithed into these sets of armor I need. So I'm going to have to boost up to make the chest plates. But that's not too big a deal. It's just a +3 boost. And after that, we'll have 100% Lovakengj Favor. No big deal. All right, so I just got the smithing boost I needed. So we're going to go ahead and take all this Lovakite out here. I went ahead and made nearly 20 sets of the tier 3 Shazian armor. So I'm going to have to hop worlds a bunch of times to smith all this stuff. And hopefully we'll be done fairly quickly here. This is kind of annoying to boost and bank. All right, so I packed up my Shazian supply sets into these boxes. Just going to deliver them here. Oh, look at that XP drop. That was a big XP drop. Man, how far am I off a smithing level now? 18k only. Man, that was a lot of XP. And this should finish it off. These are worth 1.5% each. Yeah, boom, there we are. 100% Lovakengj Favor. This took a while, but we've got it done. So now we need to speak to Lovada to contribute to the statue in the center of Korend. I'm not sure where Lovada is, but I'm sure we will find them. All right, yep, there's Lovada. So we will need to talk to Lovada quickly here. Hello. Are you an architect? Yes. Are you an architect? Oh, gosh. Okay. Rada the First. King Rada the First. Can you build the statue, lady? All right, awesome. There we go. So we got 3 sets of favor locked in. Archaeus locked in, Hosidius, and Lovakengj. So this is really going to help me out because I'm going to be able to use the blast mine because I need to get to 85 mining, or 82 in a boost, because I've got the dragon pickaxe. For 100,000 coins, you'll never have to pay again. Small price to pay, I think, to get around Kourend easily. Because now I can, I think probably the quickest way to access this is go fairy ring, run down, and then I can just anywhere in Kourend I want to go. Anyways, I think that's a pretty good stopping place for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching me get all the stuff done on Zeah. Well, not all the things, but most of the things. Still got to come back and do Hosidius Favor. Not really looking forward to Piscrillius. I've heard that it's really, really awful. Now I'm going to go do some Slayer tasks and maybe work on some more diary grind stuff and just keep continuing on trying to get all those PVM drops that I want to get. I'm still hunting for a Kraken Tentacle right now. Really looking forward to going to Bandos soon. I got to do the Fury grind at some point. I think I'm going to do that after I get my Kraken Tentacles. If you enjoyed the video, of course, share it with your friends, give me a like, and of course, subscribe for more content. Become part of the squad, the Strix squad. But other than that, pretty much nothing else to say. Hopefully you guys come back for the next one, and I'll see you next time.